going live tonight just for a little bit. Just kind of check in with everybody, see what everybody's up to. Not here in my car. It's dark, so kind of see me, kind of not. Trying some of this popcorn here. Popcorn you get in a can, that big old can. Yeah. I was given this the other day by a family member. Popcorn's pretty good, man. I love going to the movies. Eating popcorn, I always eat too much. Make myself sick, but it's all good. That's what it's all about. Eat till you're sick of it, you know? No, I probably shouldn't do that, actually. I have got that on my schedule for tomorrow. I thought I was going to have time today, but I do have it on my schedule. My schedule's open tomorrow, so I will be watching it tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow morning. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it'll be the first thing I watch. Not too good. I think I like this popcorn. Getting pretty cold in Texas. It's supposed to be cold. It's cold. Well, what do they say? The coldest it's been in 20 years this week. Coldest it's been in 20 years. It's supposed to be like another, call it like a blizzard or something down here. We had one in, like, what was it, 2018? It was so bad, the power went out for days. Might have been 2019, but it was really, really bad. Everybody lost power. Nobody had heat. You know, we're not prepared for that. Down here in Texas, usually stays pretty warm. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, brother? Yeah, man. It's going live tonight. See what everybody's doing tonight. Maybe y'all had the day off. I'm doing all right. I think I could complain, but it wouldn't do anything, so why do it? There'd be no point. Hanging in there by a thread, but I'm hanging in there. Oh, really? That's cool. I've never gone live on TikTok. You have to have like a certain number of followers on there to go live, or can you just anybody go live with any amount of followers? Because I know, like on YouTube, you got to meet the requirements of, like, you got to have a certain amount of followers and a certain amount of watch hours and a bunch of weird rules and stuff before you can even go live, unless you have like StreamYard. It's the only way to do it. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I haven't been on TikTok in a long time. I used to have one. I made a few videos and they didn't really do too well. So kind of just went back to YouTube, but just sitting here thinking, like, I think I've lost I know I've lost a good amount of followers here on YouTube, but I've also, it felt like 2025, I lost a good amount of friends. It's kind of like I just noticed, like, there's a lot of people that don't talk to me anymore, you know. Like, and even like some people that I considered very close to me, I've noticed have ignored me lately, and have not responded to any anything. Hold on one second, y'all. Hello, I'm live right now. What? Yes, I'm live. Yep. Yep, it'd be two what? Oxygen sensors? Yeah, you'd have to buy 2 oxygen sensors if your car has 2, yes. Find one on Amazon, it'd be cheaper. Gotta go. Anyway. You know, I mean, I guess sometimes just like that. Sorry, I was on a phone call there. Hey, what's going on? How you say your name, Tashi? Good to see you. But I mean, I don't know what's going on. Like, I just feel like, yeah, you know, just a few people in particular that, you know, I just kind of noticed this year. I thought we were, you know, pretty close friends, and I don't know. I was like, dang, dude, what'd I do? I try to be a pretty good guy, you know. I don't know. There's a lot of bad stuff that happened in 2025, though, friendship-wise, and now it's got me like, man, who can I even trust? And, you know, do I even want to make new friends and all that? You know. Oh yeah. Tawana still loyal. Thank you. Yep. Still got you too, man. Yeah, man, we gotta meet up. We got to, man. So I've known you for a long time too. Y'all are still rocking with me. I appreciate that, 'cause I'm telling you, I've lost a lot of followers on here. You know. I remember the first time I lost a pretty big following was, hey, what's going on? First time I lost a pretty big following, it was a few years ago, and I just got fired off this job. This dude, you know, he didn't think we were building his house quick enough, and fired us off the job, and it put me in a really, really bad position, because he didn't pay me either. He didn't pay me, and so, you know, I was like, man, I need some help, you know. And I kind of came on YouTube and was explaining my situation to people when I was live, you know, and I asked for some help, and man, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And there was a lot of people who were like, I'm done with you, you know, you don't come and ask for help. And so I thought about that today because I was on this I was in this group on Facebook, and what is this? Hey, what's going on, CC? Feels illegal, but is it? What is that supposed to mean? Anyway, thank you for the hearts. So anyway, I'm in this group. It's called Dads Helping Dads, right? And I saw the other day that some guy was kind of, saying that he didn't have money for his kids, to feed his kids. And he was like, can anybody help me with anything? And he kind of posted his Cash App in there. And, I seen it and just kind of, I don't have anything to give, so I kept scrolling. And then I seen today that another guy had made a post, and he's cussing in this post, and he's real upset, and he's asking, what has this group become? Is this just a GoFundMe for grown men? And just going on this huge rant, and I could only read about half his paragraph because it pissed me off so much. And he's just, I don't ask anybody for help. I never have, and I never will. You need to go get a effing job, this and that. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, okay, that's cool. You don't have to ask anybody for help. That's cool. You pride yourself in that, but not everybody is in a position where they can just go out and have work that's just readily available to them. There's some people, let me tell y'all, there are some people that are working 2 jobs and still drowning. Okay? There are men working 2 jobs and still drowning. So, just because you work doesn't mean that you have everything you need. Take a look at this economy. That's why I don't understand the crap that is coming out of Trump's mouth when he says, we've got the greatest economy that we've had in years. Because I'm like, where, dude? Like, down in Texas, it ain't that great. So I don't know, how it is up there in the north, but down here, we're not doing too good, homie. Ain't going too well. You know what I mean? Anybody else out there struggling right now? Yeah, that's how it is, But it just kind of made me real mad, that this guy is going off on other men that need help, and you can't always just go out and get a job. If you live in reality, there are millions of people that are unemployed. There may be somebody right now, you may be watching and you may not have a job. You may be struggling with something. You may be a woman or a man, but men need help too from time to time. But anyway, I had made that post a few years ago on here on YouTube. And people, same thing. People scolded me like I was trash. Like I was garbage for asking for help, for a bill. And it's funny because, you look at this, it's like, man, most of these people are probably Christian that don't want to help. And it's funny because, obviously I'm a Christian, of course. So let me say that if you don't know me, I'm a Christian, but most of these people are Christian, and they're the first ones to judge you. They're the first ones to tell you, go get a job, quit asking for money. They call you a bum. I've gotten everything on my own. Well, that's great. You need to thank God for what you got, and you need to remember that God can take away everything you have, and he can put you in that same person's position. Because remember what the Bible says, without me, you can do nothing. Also remember, the Bible says, it is the Lord that will give you the power to gain wealth. You get nothing on your own. Hold on, let me turn this heat down. I'm trying to read these comments and I got my face up in the heater here. That's right, you did. You sure did. And you know, and that's what I'm saying. I think he may have been the only one at the time. Like I said, this is years ago. You know, this is like 3 years ago or something, 3 or 4 years ago now. It's been a while, but I mean, people just scolded me, you know, and God bless those that did help, you know. But I mean, I would never tear somebody down that is in a position where they have publicly came out and be like, man, this is embarrassing, but I need help. And but it just kind of pissed me off today when I saw that dude. This guy's so full of pride. And like I said, the group is Dads Helping Dads, and he's saying don't ask for help on here and keep your problems to yourself financially and this and that. And it's like, number one, he's asking for money for his 2 kids to eat tonight, dude. Now, we don't know if he's lying or not, but so what? You let God determine that. Don't worry about it. As Christians, what has God commanded us to do? What did Jesus say? It's in the book of Matthew. Give to whoever asks of you and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow. It's that simple. Like I said, we as Christians, we judge those people. And we say, you should be doing this on your own, whatever. You know, and it's just like, and I was glad to see that a few people cussed him out. And a few people reminded this guy that not everybody can just go get a job today. Not everybody that has a job has enough to pay their bills. You know, I think we've all been there at one point or another. You know, I know I work 2 jobs and there are still bills I cannot pay right now. There are still things that have been cut off that I cannot afford. Trust me, it ain't that easy. So when some prideful little prick makes a post like that, acting like I've got everything on my own and I'm all this high and mighty, let me remind you, you are in a group called Dads Helping Dads. So there's something that you need that you could not get on your own, or you would not be in this group yourself, sir. Think about that. Why are you in this group if you get everything on your own? You know, so that's right. That's the way I look at it. You know, and people say, well, I don't want to give that homeless man drugs. He might go spend it on, or I don't want to give that homeless man money. He might go spend it on drugs. Well, that's none of your business. You know, you just do what God has commanded you to do. God said, give to the poor. And if he wants to go do something that is a sin, then you let that be between him and God. But if God has told you to do something, you need to do it, or that's going to be between you and God. You know. So, I mean, but that made me so mad today, because I've been in that position where I've had to help, where I've had to ask for help. I've also helped a lot of people in my lifetime, but I've had to ask for help. And it's an embarrassing thing to do. It's a humbling thing to do. I've had to do it a few times. You know, I own my own company and I don't have work all the time. My business is not thriving like some of these multi-million-dollar companies, you know. And there has been people that have helped me, you know, and you know, they're just, I call them my angels. You know, they have helped me in the past. And you know, some wonderful people, and everybody needs help from every now and then, you know. So don't scold somebody that is asking for help. Don't ridicule someone that's asking for help. because you never know when you might be in that position, you know? What's going on, Coco? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I just made that yesterday. I like it too, you know, because I'm, into the bodybuilding and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get more into it, you know, and Texas and, Texas Strong, all those things. I thought that was a really cool logo, you know. And you know what? What I want to say, since we're on this topic, is this channel right here, this platform, is to be used for a few reasons. Number one, to glorify God. You know, we will always give God thanks and glory on this channel. That's just the way it is. You know, Jesus Christ is Lord on my channel, all that. I will always say that. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. I'm not ashamed to talk about Christ. You know, if that offends you, well, I don't know what to tell you, but Jesus loves you, right? Number two, this channel is to build up black women, show respect to black women. We talk about protecting black women, all these things. Those are key fundamentals on this channel. And another thing is not just talking about protecting black women and how great they are and all that stuff. We all know that's good stuff. But another important thing that this channel is about to do, I am about to start doing GoFundMes for women, because there are a lot of people that email me, there's a lot of people that email me and I've brought this up many times. If you are going through something and you need help, or you want to make your own GoFundMe, let's say you want to make your own GoFundMe, you can keep me completely out of it. That's cool, whatever. You want to make a GoFundMe, if you want to send me an email, my email's in the description of this channel, and you say, hey, I'm going through some hard times right now, I've got a GoFundMe, I need some help, send me an email with that GoFundMe and I will share it to this channel. What I want this channel to be is a channel that helps people. I want this channel to be a channel that helps black women that need help. And well, why does it have to be black women? I'll tell you why. Because hold on, let me see. All right, good night. Thanks for stopping by. But I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's not a lot of people that I see helping black women, and I'm tired of people assuming things and just, go get a job and all that. It's not that easy. It is not always that easy. You don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know. Sorry about that. We're having some connection problems here. But like I said, just like Mr. Beast does and all these people, they start GoFundMes for people and then they change people's lives. Why can't this channel be doing that? Because more importantly than talking about black women is helping black women. I want this channel to become a platform that has millions of subscribers and that we are able to help. If a single mother with 2 or 3 kids needs a vehicle to get to work, we can raise the money, we can get her a vehicle. If she needs help with her rent, I want this channel to be a platform where she can get help with her rent. That's just what's in my heart. I want to truly help people. I want to help people so bad that it burns me up every day that I'm not already doing it, that this channel is not on that type of level yet. I've been doing this about, I don't know, 9 years, something like that. 7, 8, 9 years, somewhere, almost a decade, and we're only at 25,000 people, and maybe 100 even watch, but it just, I have this passion inside of me to help, and it's like there's not much I can do. I can't do much right now. The channel is shrinking, it's not growing, and I'm praying about that. I'm praying that God will send new people, and love y'all that watch me every day, and every time I go live. I thank God for y'all, the few that have stuck with me over the years and support me. That's great, but we need more people. I need more support. The channel needs support. It's not doing good. I look at the stats and I see that views have dropped significantly, and it's just like, man, what is going on? I just feel like, man, black women are important. We need this to be out there in the world, I just want to see lives change, I don't know. There's one woman, I won't say her name because I haven't spoken to her in a while. But I do have her number. I have spoken to her on the phone a few times, and her daughter, about this situation. But she has a leaking roof. She needs a new roof. And she lives a few states away from me. And I want to be able to raise the money to go out there and put a new roof on her house. I can do that. I know how to do the labor. I don't have the money to do it. I don't know how big her house is or anything like that. We didn't get that far into it. But God has put it back on my heart again to start a GoFundMe or do something, figure out how much it's going to cost to get this done. And it's just like things like that, I can do that. I can put a new roof on somebody's house. I know how to do that. I don't have the money to pay for the roof and the money to get out there, right? Yes, thank you. Please do. Please, if you can share some of my videos or whatever, please. I would really appreciate it. Anybody, please. And because this is important. I know how it is. I know, especially for you women, there's a lot of men out there that will try to price gouge you. A lot of single women out there. Men will take advantage of that in the construction industry. And there may be somebody right now you're watching, and maybe you got a leaking faucet, or there's a hole in the sheetrock, or, I don't know, roof is leaking, siding's falling off, you got a broken window, I don't know. I want to be able to raise money and be able to help you out. As a Christian, we should be doing this. Because some people, you may not have central heat and air in your house. Your AC may be broke. And you may be sitting at home right now, bundled up so tight, freezing, watching me. I want to help you. And I noticed that we just lost about half of the viewers when I started talking about helping people, and GoFundMes. I don't know why people run away from that. It's kind of weird to me that people don't want to help each other, but, that is what it is. But, if you can't help, you could share the video, something. You don't got to run away. I'm not asking for your money. I'm just saying what I want to do with the channel. I'm just saying, if I put it out there, and you're someone who is blessed enough to be able to give and help somebody else, then let's do that. And if you're somebody that's going through something, shoot me an email. Make a GoFundMe for yourself, saying what you need. I'll make a video about it. Tell me about yourself, what's going on, whatever. I'll make a video about it, and let's launch it. and let's pray about it together, and let's see God work a miracle in your life. You know, I think that'd be great. I think that'd be absolutely wonderful. That is what I want this channel to become. You know, I want to, if somebody needs a new car, I want to be able to bless you with a new car, man. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, man. You know, we're here, we're put on this earth to change the world. Man, we have to be helping each other. That's what it's all about. There's too many people in this world that are greedy, that don't help nobody. They don't care about a single person. I'll tell you, I got some people in my family, they don't give a damn. They don't care about me. I know it. I know it, they know it. You know, actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? But it's been that way for years and years and years. But I'm not one of those people. I want to help strangers. I want to help I want to help my family, you know. And I know you're the same way. But I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. But just keep this channel in your prayers, guys, because like I said, it's just not doing too good. And channel's just not doing too good. And you know, I'd like to see some more viewers, you know, and I'd like to see the channel grow, and instead it's shrinking drastically. And you know, we got to keep talking about the important things. You know, it's important to protect black women. It's important, if you have a black girlfriend or a black wife, please love her, show her love every day, show her respect. She's a queen. You know, treat your queen like a queen. You know, as Brent says from Roadrunner 89, I know a lot of y'all know Brent. Shout out to Brent, Roadrunner 89. If you haven't watched his videos, go check him out. You know, he calls his wife Sandy a treasure. You know, and I just admire that dude so much, man. I was on a live with him one time, and Miss Anita, shout out to Miss Anita as well, my friend, my good friend. Man, he was just telling us how much he loved his wife and how beautiful she was and how she's a treasure to his life. And I was just like, wow, man, that is just awesome. And I remember I looked over at my wife. I said, man, that is just incredible. You know, she was my girlfriend at the time, but I said, man, I said, the way that Brent is honoring his wife publicly like this, I said, man, that's what black women deserve right there, man. You know, that is the love that black women deserve. That is a perfect example. And he always says, if you have a black wife, then you have found a treasure. And I agree 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Black women are a treasure. And in my opinion, they are the most beautiful women that God has ever created. I mean, I just, you know, I just really do. I find beauty in every black woman on earth. You know, I mean, and I say that, you know, respectfully, because I do have a wife. You know, I don't say that in a way like I'm lusting over every black woman and I want to be with every black woman in the world. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying to all of y'all that there's beauty in every single one of you, because you are God's creation. God created y'all like no other women. Kiki, what's going on? But I mean, I really do believe that, you know. I just think, black women are just a little, I don't know, just, you know what I mean? I don't want to say, but, man, something about melanin, though. It's so beautiful. And the world knows it. The whole world knows it. There's a lot of people that won't admit it. They know it. I mean, I knew it at 5 years old. I knew at 5 years old I was going to grow to marry a black woman. I mean, and I tell people to this day, this was God's will for my life. This is how God created me. God created me to be exactly who I am. Exactly who I am today. I wouldn't change me for nothing. I mean, I'm on my second marriage. My first marriage didn't work out, but I had a beautiful daughter out of that marriage. And, like I said, I'm on my second marriage, and I have a beautiful wife. I'm very thankful for her. She's a godly woman. Just beautiful. She's everything to me. And God spoke to me, and God told me to marry her. And so I did, because I didn't even intend on getting married again. My first marriage just was a train wreck. It was so bad. I said, man, I'll never do that again, man. It just didn't work out. But even when things don't work out, God's got another plan. So, just keep your head up. If you're going through something, keep your head up, man. Because I know how you feel. All we can do is trust in the Lord. The Lord will bless us. Trust in Jesus Christ. Trust in God the Father. And God will work things out for you. And do it tonight. Just tell God you trust him. That's what I'm doing. I'm just telling God every day, I trust you, Lord. I'm going through some stuff right now myself, but I'm telling God I trust you, because I know God will work it out, But anyways, guys, I just want to hop on here and do a real short live. Thank you for all the love. I see all the hearts, man. I just thank you. I appreciate that. It's not very often I get hearts. So I love it when I get that, man. Just beautiful. But yeah, thank y'all. But thanks for sticking with me tonight. Thanks for the 12 likes. That's awesome. I'm thankful for that. But yeah, just if you want to help the channel, because the channel needs a little help, maybe you could share one of my videos to your Facebook or something. A video that maybe you got something out of it, or something like that. Just trying to grow the channel, trying to get the message out there so we can help some people. But anyway, love y'all. I'm Joe Jones. This is the Cup of Joe Show, and this has just been your daily dosage. So we love you, and keep doing what you do and being who you are. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love you too. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.